the following presentation of the National Football League.
After 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, settle in, we've got a good one coming your way. It's the AFC champion Cleveland Browns. We've seen the football quite a bit here in this first half. Such an integral part of this offense. We'll start this next drive, 1st and 10.
Ready?
On the ground, it's the tight end. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Browns.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. Black 40. Hut.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop.
And it's 3rd down.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. 15-yard pickup there. It's a Browns 1st down.
The 42-yard line. A gain of 15.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And he will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Accounted for some early fireworks. If you're joining us late, long touchdown run on that opening drive. We're going to try for an encore here as they begin 1st and 10.
Ready up. Ready.
On 1st down, Gabriel. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready.
To throw is Gabriel. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
He'll try to pick this up with a pop pass. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. You see the numbers here in the first half, and now time to build on those as this drive begins with 1st down. On 1st down, Gabriel. This is brought in downfield by Judy. A pickup there of 28 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Now give on the ground, and he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready, set.
Throwing is Gabriel. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal.
Let's cut.
The shotgun snap to Gabriel. Rolling to the left. Good blocking, and he's in. Dylan Gabriel. Touchdown, Browns. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers.
Browns offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10.
60 red. 60 cut.
Play action. Gabriel. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
A gain of 12. First down, Browns.
Ready?
Gabriel now on first down. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Back at the 41-yard
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Set, cut. Black. Next. Set.
Out of the gun, Gabriel. That's out wide to Judkins. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Okay, Mike, thank you. And the Browns offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down.
Come on, set. Cut.
The 3rd quarter begins with a run. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
13 yards. And the Browns first
Here
down.
we go. Ready.
They'll stay on the ground. Hey, that's about as exciting a 1-yard run as you're going to see all game. Found a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but not much after that.
1-yard gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Yes, set.
Now Gabriel. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
From the gun, here's Gabriel. And that is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. And now it's 4th down. Browns offense ready to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down.
Ready.
They'll begin here on the ground. He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Set. Ready. 10 black.
Gabriel going to keep it on the zone read.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
The 30-yard line.
Here's Gabriel. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. So, 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 61. We are back for the 4th from New Orleans after this.
Ready.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Set. 50. Great. Ready.
Looking to throw is Gabriel. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Ready. Ready. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
The ball carried by number 33. The tackle made by Lawrence Armstrong. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Off the play fake. It's Gabriel. To the left side, it is caught by Fannin. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down. He's going to have it at the 12-yard line. Enough to get the 1st down and keep it going.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Browns 1st down.
Right back to him on 1st down. The Commanders will signal for the 1st of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Now a little pop pass. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. This one tapped forward on the pop pass. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
A fitting ending to a great NFL season, all culminating here in the Super Bowl. And Greg, I think we can say the best team won the title.
And you think back to the season they had, Mike, where they earned everything on the field. There was ups and downs, there was adversity, and they were such a resilient group all season long. They were battle-tested coming into the playoffs. They put it all together tonight, and they can call themselves Super Bowl champions.
What a moment. Commissioner Goodell making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Cleveland Browns. They are your Super Bowl 61 champions.